Well, good morning, everyone. Just got off work. Quite a bit of drama. Got some frost on the windshield last night, and it does look like the sun's going to be coming out, so we're going to get some good solar. So I definitely want to make sure I'm posted up somewhere to grab that. We're at 70% exactly. I'd like to try to get to 75 today. 85 is always my goal. Got a pretty good chance, although I kind of would like to use some of it to watch some Supernatural or something, but at the same time I'm trying to get to 85 before I do too much. Hold on a second. Took 2 tries to get the engine running there. Let's talk about work. Well, first off, if you're just now joining the channel, I'm Hannibal the Vanable, giving you a candid look at daily van life with almost no money. Now, if you guys recall, one of my co-workers cut his hand up and had to go to the doctor. Well, just found out that he failed his drug test. So now we're all waiting to see if he's going to get fired. And the guy who does the floors when I'm not there, he actually is the full-timer there. He actually had enough points to be terminated, but they're really wishy-washy about terminating here. I know a lot of places are 5 points and you're out. Here, they've got some people with as much as 10 points. But somebody massaged the numbers for him and just basically put him in at 2 points. So he had 0 points this time. He was maxed out, like he was in danger. He get what's called a coaching, and then he got them all cleared off. And then he did this, which apparently was 2 days in a row, not just one, of no call, no shows. Which, you know, one no call, no show any place else I worked was instant termination. But with him, they massage the numbers. And the reason for this is he's not the brightest guy in the world, okay? He's 40 something, but mentally when I talk to him, he sounds like someone who's 12 a lot of times. It's not to say he has any disability in actuality, but his daughter apparently bit on his phone and broke his screen. He couldn't use his phone, so he wasn't able to call in. He couldn't receive calls apparently, and he didn't have the money to come to work because he used to ride with this other lady who was a supervisor here. But apparently, and she's not mean, but she's, you know, we're in a very urban area, and she's very loud. Like when she calls for me, she'll call my name and be like, I got a spill over here, stuff like that. So you could take it the wrong way. Anyway, she got pulled into the office. Apparently it's not her first time, for being too aggressive, and she got terminated. Now this lady is a grinder. Now this is where I tell you, just because you're a good worker doesn't mean you should be in charge. Her people skills as far as managing and being tactful, not so much. Grinder, can outwork everybody. Her problem is she gets on other people for not being fast enough. Although if they don't get faster, they're getting terminated. So she's really trying to help them out. So she's been here for a long time. She got fired. A lot of times, she was my co-worker's ride here because they were living with him. Him and his girlfriend both work here, and they were living with her until they just recently got an apartment. Now, and I hope none of these people see my video, but his girlfriend cheats on him, and it's what I term a prostitute because she does it for money. I don't want to argue semantics on it, but she offers services and she gets money for it. So, and he doesn't know, but I think it's one of those he doesn't want. Like I said, he's not the most mentally strong. So anyway, that's what made it hard for him to get to work, because today's payday. So he was out of money, and his girlfriend, who had money and could have paid for his lift to get there, wouldn't. His girlfriend won't let him use her phone, so he couldn't call. Now, of course, I said, look, man, in the future, because he didn't have his WIN number, but in the future, just call the store. Even if nobody picks up, leave a message on the service saying who you are and what's going on. you'll still get dinged for a no-show, but they can't say you did a no-call. You just say I called, but this and this. That way you don't get as much of a point hit. And apparently one other team lead was also fired recently. Now that person also was known to have relations with my coworker's girlfriend, and basically he called in. He didn't have any points. He called in last minute, and I guess he had a talking to before about it. These guys are all kind of burnt out, and he got fired. So that led me down a rabbit hole of like, hey, whatever happened to these people? It's like, oh, fired. So now here's the thing. Apparently, if you point them out with these firings, which means you maxed out your points and now you're fired, they don't have to pay you all of your... You don't have to pay any or all of the bonus money because you're no longer working for them and you were terminated via the point system. Which is why I'm kind of trying to stay on the radar. Now, I'm not going to get more than about $300, so it's not like as much. Some of these people are getting thousands, but that lady who was a grinder, she was standing to get a significant amount, either 500 or more, and word is she's not getting any. Now, I don't know how the system works anymore. The point system wasn't enacted when I was a teenager working this place in 1994. So, but almost everybody there that works there, the majority of them are people that came after me. And there's maybe on my shift, maybe 4 people that have come before me now. So, and that's where we're at, you know. You hear on Walmart radio, like, this person has been with us for 35 years and this, and this. And my own mother worked for Walmart for a long time. After my father retired from the military and went to work a government job, she worked for Walmart not far from... Well, she worked for one Walmart, and the manager went to be in charge of a super Walmart at the time. She went over with them. So she worked that gig with her. She was one of 2 Thai ladies. Her friend who was Thai, who'd got her the job originally, went across with her as well. But... she worked that job until she had cancer and passed away. So I have a soft spot for Walmart in general. I feel like what we like about it's in a decline, but everyone feels that way about things. But I mean, I've been to the Sam Walton Walmart Museum in Arkansas. I've been to Bentonville. One of the guys I hired away from Walmart was one of the guys that helped do a lot of the database stuff for Walmart that they're actually just starting to enact now. I've read Sam Walton's book. Somewhere in storage, I still have the little Hot Wheel or Matchbox of the Sam Walton's replica pickup truck. So, that being said, the more things change, the more they stay the same here. I miss true customer service. I think you should have stockers and you should have salespeople. Not the person who sells is also stocking, which means they don't have time to talk to a customer in a cordial way, or they won't, because they've got a quota they got to hit of how much they're putting up on shelves, and they're coming in saying you need to reset these modulars. These are, you know, I like the way Sears did it. Out of everything, Sears did it right. You had people that worked in the warehouse. They'd pull stuff where you can call it to the back. Can you bring me this computer to the front? They bring it up to the front, have it ready for you. This person will help you take it out. So you could concentrate on making your area clean, because they would stock it, but you would clean it, and you would concentrate on customers. You would call them up to follow up if you needed to. You just had more of a relationship. And I know that's not how things work now, but I really think that's a trend if you want people to come into a physical store that should come back. This Sam's warehouse thing, this whole thing, like you're coming into a warehouse and you're just kind of in the way of the online pickup delivery thing, really takes me away from being brand loyal. So that's my rant. I think there's more that I'm forgetting, but that's a lot to come in on a day that was your day off. So I'm worried about 2 people getting terminated. In the grand scheme of things, in my section, there's only 5 of us, and that's counting my boss. So if 2 people get terminated, well, no, actually 5. That's not counting my boss. If 2 people get terminated, it's a major hit. Now, is it a chance for me to maybe get more hours if I want to parlay that? Probably, but it's also more of a chance that I'm end up doing work that I don't like doing. You know, bathrooms, things like that. So take it with a grain of salt. What I would really like to do is stay on this 3-day-a-week thing and get the boss man to be like, anytime you want to come in on your day off, come on in and start working. That's what I'd like. Okay, today's payday. We're off today. I don't plan on buying a lot of stuff. I've got some small bills that I need to clear out with this check. This check is, I believe this check is going to be smaller because if you recall, we were closed for the holidays. And I think this check is going to have, you know, where I only work 2 days 1 week. So that's a bummer. I do work, tomorrow I work both jobs. So I'm going downtown to work the like hour-and-a-half stocking job where we got that flat tire that time. And then I come back and work here in the evening. And I got that for the next 2 days after that. So today's our true day off, but I got no money that I want to spend. I don't need a lot of stuff. Cats are good on food. Cats are technically good on litter. I might buy another bottle of litter, but the cats are technically good on litter. I don't feel like sticking around here for the gym. I'm actually thinking about going to the Bass Pro side of town now. I can't tell you why, I just don't feel like it. I will open this package up and probably get to work on it today. Although it's so cold, I don't know if I want to. No, I better not open it yet. I need a warm spell. I think a couple days will hit a warm enough spell. It's pretty cold back there for the cats, so I'm gonna get to a, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to get to a stopping point over on the other side so I can run that heater for a bit. And I'll be on that side, so if I run that heater too much, if I got to get another bottle, it's payday and I can get another bottle. So let's roam. Thanks for chatting with me. All right, I made it to the Walmart I usually shop at. I want to go inside and get 2 things, I think, and that'll be it. All right, I am in the back of the van. Cats are drinking their water and eating their food. I got some barbecue pork skins. I was just in the mood for them. Don't fight, you two. I was just in the mood for them. I also picked up another roll of paper towels. I'm not out, but I'm running low. And when you live in the back of a van, those things are gold. You wipe down utensils, you wipe down spills. It's just something you need to have. I got some shredded cheese because I'm going to debone the rest of my rotisserie later on, probably for tonight, so I can have some chicken and cheese burritos. I've got some refried beans. I haven't decided if I'm going to crack those open or not. We've had them for a while. Now that we have a can opener, we can actually use them. And then I guess that's about it. Oh no, I don't know where I put them, but oh, here they are, right in front of me. This is what I'm going to put together right now. I've been craving corn, so these are 50 cents a can right now at Walmart. So I'll make a big batch of corn. Eat a bunch of it now-ish. I'm going to put it in my warmer, so it'll be about an hour. Season up with some butter and salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder. I also got, guys, get along. I also got some Taco Bell sauce. I don't know, I never showed it on video, but the whole bottle of my Taco Bell sauce broke out in a perfect circle. And some of these, I've been craving these. They're only $1 at Walmart. So that is what I got. And except for possibly kitty litter, and maybe another case of drink, I don't have anything else I really need to spend money on. So I'm good. I'm going to try to be in here. It's really cold outside still. It's not as cold as yesterday, but I want to keep the cats warm. So I'm going to have the heater here running, and I'm probably just going to chill for most of the day here. Early tomorrow morning, we're going to go to Planet Fitness because I want to take a shower, a good shower and everything before I go do that morning gig. And that morning gig is at 6 a.m. downtown. So I'm going to go do that. Once I get done, I need to drop off something at the UPS store, which is the one I use is on that side. Further along, I could have used the one right up the street from that Circle K now that I think of it. But, and I'm probably going to hang out on that side for a little bit before it's time for me to head back over to my Walmart shift. So that's just the game plan, basically what's going on tomorrow. So today is my full day off. So I'm just going to chill in the van. I'm going to probably, you know, when I say chill, that means I'm going to watch something, edit some videos, and play with the cats and stuff. So the floor's still fairly clean from the last time we cleaned it, so I'm going to make sure that's picked up. I don't have anything. And I might do a wipe down of everything else in here. But it's so cold that more than likely once I get inside the bed, which I'm not going to do right away, I'll be in it for a while. Probably in the evening is when I'll crack out the butane stove and cook the stuff to make my burritos. That way, when it's at its coldest, I've got this running plus my stove, so it'll, you know, supercharge the heat in here. Like I said, it's not going to be as bad as it was yesterday, but today's the last of the truly cold weather. Then we're going to stay, you know, high 50s, low 30s, low to mid 30s in the evening. So that's going to be a lot easier. Yesterday was just, even this heater here, it was not really putting a dent. Like it was stopping us from like basically dying of exposure, but it really, we were under the covers. They laid on top of me. You know, we were all just surviving yesterday, weren't we, BMO? Yeah. All right, everyone. Happy's so small. She's the leanest of everybody, so she's curled up over here in the blankets in a little ball. Like everyone else is up and around, but she's like, when she gets cold, she hates cold, so she'll curl up in a ball and she will hibernate until, you know, it gets warm in here or she gets hungry enough. So, but yeah, I'm sitting in the chair Walls is usually in, so I might flip the TV out and watch a little TV. I haven't decided what exactly I'm going to do yet. First thing first, I'm going to get my corn together. I already got some chicken in my warmer. I'm going to throw some corn in there, season it, and just cook it all together so I have chicken and corn all ready to eat. All right, everyone. Talk to you a little bit later. Well, it's about noon, everyone. The sun's hitting and charging the solar, and the van's actually pretty warm to the touch, so it's pretty comfortable in here. I think it says outside it's in like the 40s, but inside here I think we feel like 60 degrees, so I am really comfortable. Let's see where the cats are. Happy just came in from the front, so she's chilling right here. I guess she's had enough of the front. Grable stayed with me the whole time, chilling and getting petted. BMO's on the scratcher in the passenger side of the van, and Waddles is up on the dashboard, passed out. So took the blackout off of this door, so even though we can see out, unless you work really hard, you can't see in, because I've got that perforated sunshade that I bought off Amazon years ago on here. And it doesn't really show up on camera, but there's a lot of natural light in here. So with just that blackout taken off, we've got plenty of light without having to use any of our other lights. Right now I'm using the puck light, but we can see, oh, BMO just came in. We can see just about everything. So no problems in here, not using any power really, and just taking that one sunshade off makes a difference. I'll probably keep it off when I try to sleep here. If it gives me too much trouble, I'll put it back up. But now at night, I'll put it up for sure, just because, you know, any light in here, you'll see from the outside in sometimes. Now, if we're by a street light or something, it works out really well, because it just kind of makes the white perforation look even more opaque. So, BMO's drinking her water. I'm actually not that tired right now, but this is around my bedtime, so hopefully I'll fall asleep soon. So I will catch up with you in a bit. Well, good evening, everyone. It is after 10:30 at night, and I just woke up probably about 20 minutes ago. It started getting cold. I did kick on the heater maybe a couple hours prior to that, because once the sun went down, the temperature dropped pretty fast. Not as bad as last night, but I slept good. So I had just a really simple meal of the leftover rotisserie chicken and some canned corn, seasoned really well. Let it cook in the slow cooker for a couple hours. My 12-volt heated lunchbox, I call it a slow cooker because it's pretty much how it cooks. The juices from the chicken mixed in with the corn made a nice flavor. I ate that, shared some of the leftover chicken with the cats. By that point, I was in bed and editing videos and fell asleep. And I think I got a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, so it was really restful. I actually didn't want to get up and move because I was comfortable under the blanket. I didn't want to get up and move to where I'm going now. Which is Bass Pro Shop. Getting the heater fired back up. And now I'm going to feed the cats. I've actually got to leave here pretty early in the morning. It's almost 11 now, and I got to leave here probably around 4:30 in the morning. So I get over to the gym by before 5. I'm going to get myself a good shower in. That's the main plan. I don't know if I'll work out. Depends on how much time I have and how much energy I have. But I need to get a good shower in because I need to be downtown by 6 so I can start my gig. It's only an hour-and-a-half gig. Once I'm done with that, we're going to return that electric blanket to the UPS store. It's not too far from there. And that's the main part of our day. We got to work that evening as well. So we'll eventually have to show up back on that work side of town. But in between, there's going to need to be some sleep, probably another visit to the gym and a shower. Outside of that, not much planned. Apparently, this chill weather is making me nice and rested. Like, I don't wake up kind of, oh, I can't move around or things like that. It's really, I'm relaxed and not stressed out right now. So I just have a good sleep when I finally fall asleep. So I'm enjoying it right now. It's too cold to do half the projects. Anything involving adhesives is too cold. Anything involving paint is too cold. It's basically just a chore to get out there and clean the litter box because it's so cold. So, and it shouldn't be that wet, that bad. Starting tomorrow, it's going to start warming back up a little bit. So we'll see some 50-degree weather during the day, and that's pretty livable. You can do stuff, especially inside the van with the heater running, but you can do stuff outside the van with the sun out, and it's not really going to be brutal. I'll put my coat on, get out and do things. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to make myself any dinner since I got to be up so early. Actually, you know what? I've got some leftover chicken and rice soup. I'm going to throw that in the warmer. And in about an hour, I'll have that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I think this is where I'm going to leave you, everybody. I've had a good day. I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vanlifer, signing off.